dumber people than you have figured it out, man. You've seen them. Your friends, your coworkers, your classmates, somebody that you're like, that guy's dumber than a box of rocks, but they still do whatever they're supposed to do to get the grades, get the money, to just kind of like live a normal life. That always really pissed me off. Not because I want them to fail. Sometimes I did. But most of the time, I was just so frustrated in their ability to do something that I knew I could do better than them if I did it and practiced and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't. And so they did it better. And I felt like the idiot, even though I, thought to myself that they were the idiot. I think I figured out why. Go ahead and pause it. Take a second. Look at the pieces of this chart that I'm showing you. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. You've probably heard about it before. You probably scrolled past it pretty quickly. I don't think it explains everything, but I think it explains one really important thing, and I like to remind myself of it whenever I'm feeling really down on myself for not doing the stuff that I want to do. If you didn't pause it, the chart has confidence on the y-axis, the vertical one, and it has competence, your ability to do stuff, on the x-axis. And it follows your journey as you learn a new skill. Everything in your life is a new skill. Surprise. Most people start at the beginning of this chart at the peak of Mount Stupid. Mount Stupid is where you know nothing, but you think you're going to be really good at it. Anytime we start something new, you basically live on Mount Stupid for a little while. Mount Stupid's a good place. It's really useful to be a little naive about how hard something is going to be. If you knew how hard it was going to be, a lot of the time you would just never start. So, Mount Stupid is where most smart people start. Once you start doing the task, if you are a well-adjusted normal human being, you fall immediately into the pit of despair. Turns out, playing the drums is tougher than it looks, even though it kind of looks pretty hard. This is where most people quit. This is where normal people are like, man, I would rather sit on the couch and do nothing or watch TV or scroll on my phone or whatever. And so you just sit in that valley of despair. And if you're like me, you accumulate, 5, 10, 15, 100 valleys of despair that you never get out of. That sucks. If you stick with something, you traverse the slope of enlightenment, you get better bit by bit, your confidence goes up, and then eventually you're good at the task. Amazing. At some point, you're living your best life as a drummer or artist or programmer or whatever you're trying to do. Dumb people don't go along this curve. I didn't realize this for a long time, but I really think the secret is that they live on Mount Stupid. They are bad at the task, but they're like, I'm pretty good at the task, even though they're not, because they aren't as self-aware as other people, or they don't have the same anxieties. But if they are bad at the task for long enough, they become good at the task, just like you would if you didn't fall into the valley of despair and then quit. I almost lost my mind when I figured this out. It really took a pleasant but not very bright guy that I know posting about making a video game, and every time I saw it, it was a little bit better, and the high and mightiness that I felt when I first heard that he was going to do it got smaller and smaller every time as he got better and better and better at this thing, because he didn't have the shame that I would have of like, oh, this thing sucks, I don't want to share it with people. It's a brutal life lesson. In a way, I think it's the universe's revenge on intelligent people that think they're better than other folks. And it is a pretty rude wake-up call. The thing that's stopping you from being as successful as the dumb people in your life is you. So I guess in a way, we're a lot dumber than them. Anyway, this was a note to myself.